I want to talk about astrology, and I want to give you an explanation on the coherence of astrology. Why is astrology coherent? We start with the first sign, Aries, ruled by fire. And fire is very much needed to begin the journey, because we need the most impactful energy to begin our journey, to open a path. So the Aries is a bold, aggressive, courageous character. The Aries is impatient because he needs to get somewhere. He needs to open paths. He doesn't need to do that. It's his duty. It's its most elevated calling to open paths. To just get on with it. The ram. Now, they say that the ram can be impatient. But we don't got a vibe with no impatience right now. Because we're going to Taurus. And that's where we get nice and patient. So patient that we can get nice and lazy. So comfortable that we just like to sit down, enjoy the flowers, enjoy comforts, and not move our butts. That's where Gemini comes in and starts communicating, moving, looking for things, connecting ideas, learning, because we already went through the path. We started to taste, feel, touch, which is Taurus. Now Gemini is like, we need to learn. We need to put this thing to work, the brain, the two sides, male and female, religion and science, logic and illogic. Now we go to Cancer, and he says, okay, enough of the brain. Let's go to the emotions. Let's go to the heart. Let's go to the hearth, to home. Let's make a safe, secure, quiet environment. Cancer is the familiar, the family unit. After Cancer, we go to Leo. After being so beautifully cocooned in his family, Leo, now we can't stay there. We gotta shine. We gotta be the star that we are. We gotta be the sunshine. We gotta go and show these people who we are, what we're made of. So it's the theater, the act, the star, the sun. He's warmth. He's leadership. Sometimes they can be egocentric in their unevolved aspects, on their negative side. But then comes Virgo, and Virgo says, okay, Leo, let me keep you in check. Let's clean up this mess. So Virgo is going to keep the purity. Virgo is going to organize. He's going to be of service. He's not going to be the star. He's of service. He serves others. He doesn't want to be the star. He wants to be the server, the health keeper. Because after all this glamour, and we have seen how artists and celebrities are ruled by Leo sign. And why do they get these mental health issues? because there comes a point where it's not enough, and it really can destroy you if you don't see it as a play and as something as you have to remove from yourself from time to time. So it's one of the things about Leo. Anyhow, Virgo, he cleaned the act up, okay? So after Virgo, so much cleaning, so much organizing, it's like, oh my God, like, can you stop? Obsessive compulsive. It's like, can you live a little? Or, I don't know, you're too into the details. So now let's enjoy ourselves again. Can we like go back to the Leo, but just be more refined? And that's where Libra comes in with Venus energy. And he says, let's enjoy ourselves, but we already know what people want and need. Let's temper ourselves. Let's subdue it. Let's make it beautiful. You know, let's relate graciously. Let's keep the balance. Let's have our cake and also give others some cake as well. So then Libra, so much balancing. Libra gets in an indecisiveness, and sometimes like comes a point where, okay, Libra, you want to keep the peace, but there's shit in the world that's not beautiful and you gotta see it. So that's where Scorpio comes in, and he sees the ugliness. He sees the things that a lot of people don't want to see. And for this, the Scorpio is in pain. So that's where we meet death and the dark side. And that's where our breath goes away, because it's death. So after that, after Scorpio, we go into that dreadful night of the soul, and we emerge as a Sagittarius. Oh, I think that the Scorpio still has me, because I haven't described Scorpio yet. Scorpio still has me. Scorpio, how can I do you justice? Scorpio is where everything came from. Scorpio is creation. Scorpio is the underworld, the secret, hidden forces of nature. And when we learn to speak truthfully, act truthfully, look at things straight in the eye, use our power, we can, as a Sagittarius, go and fly and use an arrow and say, hey, I have resurrected the dead. I am going to shoot this arrow in the air and we are out of here. So that's where Sagittarius comes with its philosophy. And he tells you that we can do it. Jupiter. We can do it. We can survive this beauty queen. Now Jupiter is like expansion, happiness, joy, celebration, because they succeeded death. So after Jupiter, exaggerations, we come to Saturn, and Saturn says, your time's up. I'm an old man. There's limits to this. There's limits. You are in a temple of bones. You are in the flesh. There are limits to you. There is time. There is structure. There is order in the world. So after the beautiful Capricorn puts limits on Sagittarius, we come to Aquarius. And Aquarius says, okay, you put too much limits on me, Saturn. So much limits that you fucking ate me. Kronos eats the kids. You see that? I think it's a Caravaggio painting. He's eating, but it's a representation of the old man kind of like having, it's an archetypical image of the old man feeling the resentment of the fact that the kid is going to take over his throne. It's an archetypical symbolism. So Aquarius, what is his service? Aquarius is to bring in that fresh spirit, renew, bring in the crazy. That is Aquarius. Bring in the craziness. Start using your mind to its fullest potential. Intelligence, genius. And surpassing limits with technology, as we have. And one of the greatest examples is all the greatest technologies. Telecommunications, all of that is Aquarius, which is an air sign, which air is the telecommunications. So everything that's quick, Aquarius. Instantaneous, electrifying. So after that, the soul gets tired. It gets eaten up. It's like, oh my God, so much electricity. And it's like, we just turn into water. Pisces, the last sign. The first sign was a fire sign, and the last sign is a water sign. And it's the coherence of astrology. There is a coherence. Fire. We start with fire, we end with water. Water takes the path of least resistance. Water cleanses. Water starts just cleaning, doing a cleansing of every stage of all the zodiac signs. Water is emotions. So Pisces is the most compassionate of all the signs, because it's the last sign in the evolution of astrology. And that is where we come and we blend and mesh, and we blend and mesh with everything, and everything is us. The most sublime form of spiritual enlightenment. Love and flow. The Tao. The Tao dishing. Be water, like Alan Watts said. So, is it coherent?